Hello class 8. Let us start our geography class and let us continue with the chapter that we were doing, composition and structure of the atmosphere. So in the last class we have done, or rather we have learnt about all the different layers of the atmosphere, and now in this class we will start, or we will learn about some important information related to the ozone layer. So as I was discussing, or as I have discussed in the last class, that in the second layer of the atmosphere, which is stratosphere, the upper portion of the stratosphere has a dense concentration of ozone gas, ozone, where we can find there are 3 oxygen molecules, they are forming a ozone molecule. So this ozone gas is found in abundance in the upper portion of the stratosphere, which is also known as the ozone layer or the ozonosphere as well. So this ozone layer present within the stratosphere is a boon to mankind, because it is rather protecting the entire earth or all the living beings of the earth from the harmful ultraviolet radiation of the sun, especially or particularly the UVB rays. But due to some activities, mainly human or man-made reasons, or due to some man-made human activities, what happened, there are many places in the ozone layer where the concentration of ozone gas is very less, or practically there is no ozone gas in some patches found in the ozone layer. So those particular places are considered as ozone holes, or it is also known as the depletion of ozone layer. Now we have to learn about the major causes of ozone depletion. The first and the foremost thing that we can discuss, that is the concentration of chlorofluorocarbon, or the presence of chlorofluorocarbon in the atmosphere is mainly responsible for the depletion of ozone layer. This chlorofluorocarbon is released during the usage of refrigerator, air conditioners, spray cans and all those. Though the amount of chlorofluorocarbon in the atmosphere is very less, but a small amount of chlorofluorocarbon can also destroy huge amount of ozone gas, because this chlorofluorocarbon, they are actually broken down into chlorine atoms by the ultraviolet radiation, and these chlorine atoms are converting the ozone gas into oxygen. And that is, in that way, this chlorofluorocarbon is actually destroying the ozone gas or the ozone layer. Another thing that we can say, or another cause behind the depletion or destruction of ozone layer, that is the hydrocarbons which are released by the automobile exhausts and jet aircrafts, and sometimes the stratospheric cloud in the polar region, which are composed of crystalline compounds of water and nitric acid and sulfuric acid, they are also responsible for the destruction of ozone layer. Okay, ozone layer, the destruction of ozone layer is a very alarming thing for the environment, worldwide environment, because it is protecting us from the harmful UV rays of the sun. Now the next thing that we have to learn, that is global warming and its effects. So first of all, we have to understand what is the meaning of global warming. So as the name indicates, it is nothing but the increase in the average global temperature. We all know that the temperature of the entire earth is not uniform. Like if we are talking about the equatorial region, the average temperature of that part of the earth is moderately high. If we are talking about the polar region records very less temperature, but on an average, the temperature of the entire earth, few years back, it was 15 degrees Celsius. Now it has become 17 degrees Celsius. So we can easily understand that there is an increase in the average temperature worldwide. This phenomenon or this incident is known as global warming. And another thing that we have to know, that this global warming, the incident of global warming is very much linked with the greenhouse effect. And now we have to understand what is greenhouse effect. It is nothing but, see, in the atmosphere there are different kind of gases present, like carbon dioxide, methane, carbon monoxide, chlorofluorocarbons and all that. Mostly these gases are being released into the atmosphere because of the burning of the fossil fuels, or maybe due to the automobile exhausts, all that, or maybe due to industrial work. So all these gases, they are considered as greenhouse gases because they have got a unique property, that is, they can absorb the heat energy of the sun within themselves. And if the amount of these gases increases into the atmosphere, then obviously the average temperature of the earth will increase. So all these gases are considered as greenhouse gases, and the effect, that is greenhouse effect. So now, if we want to know the effects of the effects of global warming, the first thing that we can say, that due to global warming or due to the increase in the average temperature of the earth, there will be an acute shortage of drinking water, or rather potable water, because though 3/4 portion of the earth is covered with water, but only 3% is potable water. But due to global warming, as the average temperature of the earth is increasing, then there will be rapid melting of polar ice caps, glaciers, icebergs and all that. And because of the melting of these things, there will be a shortage of potable water or drinking water. Another thing that we can say, that due to global warming, the sea level will rise, and the coastal areas, there will be a chance, or there is a risk factor for the countries present in the coastal areas, that they will be drowned or submerged underwater. Another thing that we can say, that is, because of the global warming, the world climatic pattern will change. There will be more incidents of natural calamities like floods and droughts, and there will be more of tropical diseases. Okay, so for this matter, this global warming is actually a very alarming incident, or rather we can say it is a very talked about environmental issue for the modern man. So over here today we have finished our syllabus, rather sorry, we have finished our chapter. In my next class I will start humidity in the atmosphere. For the time being, please go through this chapter, and if you have any difficulty, please let me know. I will obviously try to clarify your doubts. Thank you.